I believe that an armed society is a polite society, but it does create unnecessary tension because I know some guys out there who have guns that have literally been cleaning guns every night for 3 years because they've been waiting on the chance for somebody to come through their door so they can peel their entire cat back. Like, you got to get a return on investment for the gun you got. You got to have a return on investment. Which
That's
is
true.
wrong. It's the wrong mindset to have.
It is the wrong mindset, but it makes sense if you invested in the purchase.
I spent $700 on a 1911. I better get the chance to shoot somebody with it.
Go hunting, my boy. Go hunting. Shoot some animals.
I want to shoot something that thinks. Oh no! But it's
the gang hunts a man. The
exactly.
Gang hunts a man.
I got. And just for the purposes of this, my views do not at all represent the United States Air Force, and that they don't represent. These are my views and my views alone.
Perfection.
Yeah, this is me talking right now, and I don't have anything against any groups of people or any of that.
Of course not.
Yeah, just for the purposes of having to let that be known.
Malek Hammond, my boy, welcome to the Rodcast. We back. It's been like 3 years, and L is probably going to be really happy.
I am, yes, and I am happy as well. I'm also a fan of your podcast.
We never talk about anything great, but we
don't all get derailed pretty quick. So we get where I land on everything. I am not in favor of extensive welfare. I believe in a sense it does cripple people. It makes people feel too complacent in what they're doing, and we can see that is true based off the fact that some people are legitimately unwilling to go back to work because they're getting more.
They are dependent on unemployment. Like even before this whole Corona thing, I know niggas that just will not work because they got a certain amount of money every month. And I'm like, come on, man, you can't be content off of that.
Yeah, that's fixed. But good. Yeah, so I feel ways about everything. I believe I'm not like a flat earther. I'm not any of those crazy things. I'd say I'm fairly moderate.
Fairly moderate. Mm-hmm. And you do not, for the record, you do not endorse Trump.
I do not endorse Trump. However, I will say this though.
That nigga is hilarious.
He is. This is the best timeline because we're as close to. So it's a running joke for people to say we are ending up in the movie Idiocracy. If you remember the movie Idiocracy,
I love that movie by King of the Hill creator, Mike Judge. I think he directed that.
It's Mike Judge. So I love the movie too, but so it is. We're getting close to the Idiocracy, but not for the idea that people are getting stupid. Because make no mistake, people are getting stupider. But it's not because they're stupid. It's because they're lazy. I got my phone right here. This has more information than
they had 10 years ago.
Across an entire nation. Across an entire nation. I've got more information on this damn brick right here. That's about, 7 inches long? 7 inches?
And every human has one at this point in life.
There is no reason to be stupid.
You have limitless knowledge.
You can know, I can tell right now, I can look up how to do architectural design based off of my phone. And we have the ability to know everything. So there's no reason anybody should be dumb. There's no reason anybody should be willfully dumb. It's one thing to know, it was one thing to not know you're stupid, but it's a whole separate thing for you to willfully and openly know that you're being fucking stupid. Don't be like that.
Yeah. Ignorance. There's a level of ignorance some people just do not comprehend. They don't know they have it. That's the scary part.
And that's honestly, that's one of my biggest fears is to just genuinely be stupid and to not know that I'm stupid. If I'm stupid, please tell me. Fuck me. I'd love to know. I need to know I'm dumb. I can fix that. But so we've got
endless knowledge on these phones. Endless knowledge.
Yeah. So the whole Idiocracy thing, I believe we're getting close to Idiocracy, not because of... All right, so maybe we're not getting close to Idiocracy. Maybe we're getting closer to House of Cards. One of my favorite YouTubers, Wisecrack, the channel Wisecrack, they actually did a video where they were talking about the politics of spectacle. Do you know what spectacle is?
Nah.
It's a show. So we are getting so far removed from actual policy that we literally are just... doing shit for the lulz, for the sake of the fact that we did. I have a president that said he has a big dick on the fucking news.
On the news, bro.
On the news. This is spectacle.
He can assure you.
President Camacho from Idiocracy had a machine gun with his biceps out doing this, like shooting that motherfucker in the air. Like, we're in spectacle. We're not that far removed from that. As ridiculous as that might sound, bro, we living in the strangest timeline. Things happen. If you've ever watched House of Cards, in it, there was a point where Kevin Spacey, spoiler alert for anybody that watch House of Cards.
Spoiler alert.
If you've gotten to that point in the show, if you haven't, I don't know, skip over whatever part that this is, or just, like, fuck it. So there's a point in the show where what's his name? Frank Underwood is getting impeached. And like, he literally says, he has this whole moment where he says, like, none of this shit matters. Nothing I'm saying matters. This is the show. And he's like, he throws on an entire speech, an entire fucking appearance in front of the congressional guys that are trying to impeach him. And like, he's just doing it for the sake of doing it, like for the entertainment of it. And it fucking works. It's like
the news, the propaganda, that shit fuels.
If you've ever watched House of Cards, what does Frank Underwood stand for? Like, nothing. What does any of it stand for? Nothing. If you were to tell me right now that Frank Underwood was a Republican in the show, that wouldn't change the show at all, because it's about the spectacle. Nothing he's ever done has really actually been about the policy. And that's what this shit is turning. That's what politics now are turning into. It's the spectacle. Who's got the smallest hand? Who's raped the least number of women? Who hates the most minorities? It's not about the policies, because nobody fucking cares anymore.
Sidebar: Kevin Spacey, is he a rapist?
Yes.
Crap.
He is, but so he beat the case. So technically, no. We live in a country where you're innocent until proven guilty, and he was proven innocent, I guess, and it never made it that far, so no. But honestly, it makes sense to me. Like, Kevin Spacey, I feel cheated by Kevin Spacey, because Kevin Spacey is one of my favorite actors.
That's your boy, yeah. He one of yours. I knew that. Yeah, you told me.
I feel cheated. And the reason I feel cheated is because on House of Cards, he was a fan-fucking-tastic villain. He's fantastic. But, like, it's cheating. Because the nigga's a villain in real life. It's not like he played a villain. He just did it. He woke up like,
shit, I was born.
Really
I was
bad
made
things.
for this.
Am I acting? Am I really acting if I woke up and played a black man just doing regular black man shit on TV? I didn't do nothing different than what I did before. Like, if you said cut, I'm not going to stop being a regular black man. It didn't change nothing.
Well, that's like the keys of acting. You have to know when to turn it on and off, and his, I guess, was just never.
Not acting. He was not acting. He just woke up and he said, "I'm gonna be evil on TV, and I'm gonna go be evil off TV," and it killed me because he played again. Also, spoiler alert for this part of House of Cards.
House of Cards spoilers.
More spoilers. He played a gay man on House of Cards. I think it was gay in real life. I feel shit.
Okay,
he was fucking dudes in real life. So, like, you're playing a gay villain on a TV show, and you're going to go off the TV and also be a gay villain. Like, give me back your Oscar. You didn't earn that. You just did what you was going to do either way. You was going to do that anyway.
But the director knew that. It was they typecasted him.
Nobody knew he was gay.
Back when it first started. Okay. So when did that come out? When did him come out as? He said, I don't remember raping them, but I'm gay, so let's talk about that more. I do remember that. He tried to brush it under the rug. Like, hold up now. I like penis. That's more important.
I like penis, and it might have happened because I do like dick. He brushed past the fact that it was kid dick, but he's like, I like dick, so it might have happened.
Was it kid dick?
It was a kid. It was a child. It was a child.
Man, that's 3 strikes.
So yeah. So politics. We're in the spectacle business. None of this shit matters anymore.
None of it really matters.
None of
it. Even
there was an entire goddamn story about Trump's hands. Who really cares? Sidebar. Aside from the sidebar, why are his hands so fucking small?
His hands are small.
They're comedically small.
It's hilarious.
Comedically, they're comedically small.
It's not his fault though. That's why he got to defend himself, because niggas like you keep noticing. So
yeah, but we have reached a point to where it's now becoming an actual witch hunt, and people are being sentenced before they've seen their day in court. Businesses and jobs are being ruined before people are actually found to be guilty. They ruined Johnny Depp's career.
Johnny Depp,
over Amber Heard and her claims that he was assaulting her. I believe some of it was also supposed to be a sexual assault. He'd been assaulting her. as it turned out to be the complete opposite. I heard a recording of her bopping him in the mouth, and he said, "Please don't hit me anymore." So I hit you because you act fucking stupid. I was like, Jesus Christ.
How dare she touch Daddy Depp?
Exactly. She bopped him in his mouth. It's wrong. It's completely wrong. But so on the other end of it, after when it first came out that Johnny Depp had been assaulting her, they removed him from any and everything that could possibly remove him from. He was completely thrown away from everything. And then when it turns out Amber Heard is actually the one doing the assaulting, and he did not mention any of that. He kept that all quiet to try and salvage her life and her career. And when it's found out that Amber Heard was Amber Hearding, nobody said anything about it.
It's like nowadays you face the consequences of the accusation before anything else. That's the first thing. You are going to face the consequences.
Exactly. You deserve your day in court. You should not be like survivors deserve. Before anything, I do believe they should get if they need to be seen by a doctor, get them to a doctor immediately.
Oh yeah.
They need to be seen by a psychologist. They need somewhere to be to get away from that. Absolutely, give them all the stuff they need, but do not go on a witch hunt. Give them their day in court. So we have why we don't like Trump. We got that Wade right here. He's an old white man who's not with the times, and he's accused of being a rapist, and he's accused of being a racist without the most evidence ever. And he got poo brain. He's not where he needs to be.
He got donkey brains, man. That's all.
Donkey brain. And on the other end, we got Biden, who is now accused of being a rapist. Women have come out and said that he has made sexual advances towards them. He's harassed them. He's assaulted many women. He's done all these different things, and people have come forward and said it. And it's a known thing. We've always known that he is an uncomfortable individual to be around based off of everybody's interactions with him and how they react to him being close. I've seen videos of women standing next to him. He stands a little closer, and then by the time they turn around and realize he's back there, and they back away a little bit.
This is like during his vice presidency too, like him just being a creep.
He's just a fucking creep. Nobody's ever not accused him of being creepy. I've never met a Democrat that said he wasn't a creepy guy. He's fucking creepy. Then you got Trump over here with his shitty hair. Then you got Biden with his shitty hair. Biden is balding, and the shit looks weird. He looks like a fucking cancer patient. And then you got Trump with the toupee. They're both old. They're both old white men. Fucking Trump's goddamn. He's old as shit, and then Biden's old as fuck too. Then they both got the donkey brains. You got fucking Trump out here just making decisions based off of decisions. He's having fun. He doesn't listen to anybody.
He having a ball.
Advisors in the early months of his candidacy, his whole people just dropping out left and right. They say, I don't want anything to do with this. The guy's just doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff. And then on the other end, you got fucking Biden, who he can't string a sentence together. He can't. He just can't string a sentence together. He's just not fully there. And nobody can dispute him not having it together like that. And whether that be due to the fact that he had years of stress of being the vice president and then him hopping into being into running, I can't imagine how taxing running for an election is. I can't imagine how taxing it is, but I got to do something about that. Something's got to happen because it's not. He's
getting accusations of having dementia also, right?
Yes. I don't have the answer. I don't know. I won't make a claim that he has dementia because I don't know that for a fact. I haven't seen any medical records.
We could claim that Trump had it too, the way he be forgetting what he says.
Got donkey brains. We don't know what's up. They're both not where they need to be.
Yes.
And there's a case to be made that Biden's a racist. He's one of the key figures that championed the 3-strike law. That
you got me hip to that 3-strike law, man.
Yeah. So he was one of the champions of the Clinton Crime Act. He has pushed heavily for reform against criminals, but in my opinion, this is where my left-leaning side sort of kind of comes out. I believe that, yes, there is a problem with crime, but bigger than the problem of crime, there's a lack of education and a lack of chances. There's a lack of resources for people to get better off in life. If you don't have the opportunity to do better for yourself, you are going to be pushed into negative situations. If you have all the opportunity in the world, there's a very low chance that you're going to fall into a life of crime.
You're going to fail, yeah. And minorities have had those against them for years.
Yes. Biden and the Democratic Party aren't understanding that we want things to change. His running platform has always been, let's get back to the way things were. And you said something that really blew my mind last night. It was probably the most insane thing I'd ever heard. I was telling you about how Biden has said on numerous times, we're going to get back to the way things were before Trump was in office. We're going to get back to the way the party should be ran. We're going to get America back to the way it should be. You said, sounds like Biden's trying to make America great again. And that fucked me all the way up. I was like, shit, man.
Man.
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to make America great again. As great as it was.
As great as it was. Obama era America, quote unquote.
You know my opinion on America being great.
There's no greater time than modern day America.
Time to be an American citizen as a Black American. There's no better time to be me in America than today. And the next time I speak to you, I'm going to say the exact same thing. Remember that last time I said that?
Yeah, it was about a couple of weeks ago.
It's better now than
even
then.
Better.
And then the next time it's going to be better than right now.
Exactly.
America is consistently getting better for me as a Black man in America. The only people that hate the way America is now are people who had it better off back in the day.
Which is only the white men.
It's only old white men that have experienced it. Young white men.
Young white men, they a little more reasonable. They like, look, my granddad,
I never experienced this, so I don't know what it's like. But as old white men,
I can assume it's good.
You couldn't call somebody the blacks, or you couldn't call somebody a Negro. You couldn't do those types of things. They're lamenting over the fact that you can't act like an asshole anymore to people. I don't necessarily hate Trump.
He's far too entertaining for me to.
I don't hate anybody that I don't hate anybody that gives me $1,200.
That's true.
I don't hate anybody that gives me $1,200.
I kept his letter. I have his letter upstairs on the banister just so I can look at his little D-Trump signature.
Yeah. I don't hate nobody.
Obama never wrote me.
Obama never gave me $1,200. Oh, yeah. Now I remember the other reason why I didn't necessarily jive with Trump. I remember the other reason. It was the Charlotte rallies with those neo-Nazis. They're
because they were just there.
They're alt-right.
Alt-right, not Nazis.
Neo-Nazis, they're alt-right.
Mm-hmm.
But remember how I was talking about the Me Too movement in the left and how there's that significant
It's a hangover, man. It's a hangover.
So it's the overlap. Imagine it's a Venn diagram. You got the circle here for the Me Too's. Mm-hmm. You got the circle here for the Dems. They very much over that middle is pretty fucking big there.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty big overlap there. Just like you can say that alt-right and neo-Nazis, there's a very, very, very significant overlap. Not the right, though. Not the Republican Party.
Mm-hmm. The alt-right.
The alt-right. Because there's a lot of Republicans out there that are just Republicans. They just have.
I know a lot of them, honestly. Regardless of who's running, it's like, no, I have views, and these proposals match my way of living, my lifestyle, my family.
Some of them don't believe in gay marriage. Just don't believe the gays should be married. They don't believe in abortion. They don't believe. They believe that states should have state rights, and those should not. They should be inalienable. Those should be the. That should be where the laws come into effect at. Because why would California's opinion on some shit that happens in Texas oil industry really fucking matter? So there's they have a lot of feelings. They have a lot of opinions that are just like regular people opinions. But when you get to the alt-right, that's where it gets significant.
They got ulterior motives.
There's some greasy fuckers there.
Greasy.
So the comparisons they make between our president and Hitler are actually not that far off. Not because he is talking about throwing Jews in ovens. He's not talking about any of those things. It's the way he sees his power and the way he united people under a. So the biggest comparison I saw was his treatment of Mexican people versus Hitler's treatment of the Jews. It is scapegoating. He saw that there's a problem there. He saw that there is his base that are not happy with the way society is, and with what Hitler did, Hitler found a scapegoat, someone to blame it on.
He saw an idea he could get behind that would rally.
He got everybody behind him to hate a specific thing. He united people under a banner of hatred, and that hatred being Mexicans or being Jews. And that's what got him into power, by using them as a scapegoat for all the problems that happen in America. That is literally how Hitler got into power.
Makes sense.
It's fascist. That is Hitler-like.
Now, why not use your vote for someone else? Put
believe
yourself in the place of a
parties.
woman. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah.
I vote third. Okay, so
if you had to just pass your vote over to a group or idea you could get behind, why not do it?
So you actually asked a pretty good question. Why not put myself in the position of a woman or a gay person? I do. I am putting myself in that position, and that is why I don't believe the gay marriage should be illegal, and I don't believe that abortion should be illegal.
It's that split. It's a split of ideals again.
I will actively vote against those ideals. But if I don't agree with the candidate, okay, so think about this right here. What if there was a candidate, let's say you're pro-abortion, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're
rapes, all that jazz, they should be able to do it.
You're pro gay marriage, right? What do you have against gay people getting married? Do you gotta fuck them? Do you gotta marry them? If you don't have to do any of that stuff, I don't believe it's any of my business what they're doing.
It don't affect me personally. Yeah, I don't care.
It doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. I will never rally against that just because it's not something I agree with.
Yeah, I get you.
It's not my business, so I'm not gonna force my opinion on some shit that's got nothing to do with
nothing to do with you. Don't affect you personally.
So I'm not going to. Can't do it. Won't do it. So say there's a candidate out there that agrees with all the political ideals that you specifically have to a T. There's what is it? There's a website called Know Your Candidate, I believe, and there's a test you can do on all the different things that all the different beliefs that you can have, all the different things that all the different running platforms, and it'll choose the candidate that best represents you, and it'll give you a percentage chance. Get a 98% agreement with a specific candidate's beliefs. 98%, damn near completely and totally, and y'all disagreement with something fucking stupid, and something that doesn't even really matter. Perfect candidate for you, but he's a racist. Would you vote for him?
I would not.
But everything that you believe, he believes we should get troops out of the Middle East. He believes that, hey, we don't need to be involved in Palestine-Israel conflicts. He believes we need to downsize on our military spending so we can put more money into education so we can keep people out of jail. He believes in a bunch of different things, but he is a racist. And his racism doesn't affect you. He's not actively fighting against black people. He just don't like y'all motherfuckers.
That's on a personal level. Like, even if his ideals agree with my career, my family, my job, on a personal level, my leader not liking me or having hatred of me.
But he will not do anything to negatively affect you.
It's going to affect somebody of my color, wouldn't it?
No, he's not. He just don't like y'all. There's a lot of people I don't like. I'm not going to do anything negative to him.
Okay, so you saying everything about him, policies, everything, and then he just
don't racist. Like black people. He's like, don't touch me. Like he be at the State of the Union and he wears gloves when he shakes hands with the black people.
Can he hate all minorities?
No.
Only the blacks.
Only black people.
And he is the perfect leader.
Everything you believe, he agrees with.
I would need a mutual agreement among all the black delegation. If we all agreed as a whole, then yes, I'd vote for him.
Why do you need?
I would have to take that into account, man. As a group, we should care whether or not our leader hates what we are. I don't care how good his policies.
So that's where I land on it. If there is something in my core that I disagree with about that person, I can't be forced to vote for them because they have political leanings towards what I agree with. So in the whole deal, Biden might be pushing towards a lot of things I like, but I don't agree with that candidate. I don't specifically like that candidate. Even if he is the better of these two choices and he does stand to do better for women or gays or any of that stuff, even though Biden's track record for those things has been abhorrent, he's got a horrible track record.
But as long as he makes it better than what it is.
He's not Trump. He's the good rapist. He's the good one.
Yes. Yes.
So you see why I can't vote with my conscience towards Biden. I don't agree.
I understand.
I don't like him as a candidate. I don't like that his entire platform of running is that he wants to get back to the days before Trump. He does not realize that the Democratic Party isn't the Democratic Party in 2006. We're not that party. We're not the Democratic Party of the 2000s. Things change. And the base that he needs to be pandering to, the base that he needs to be going to or catering his ideals to are us.
Yeah.
You can't depend. I mean, granted, the biggest voting base is old fucks because they got nothing to do but fucking make policies that go into effect if they're not going to be around to experience.
Basically, but young people have been voting, like you said earlier, at a more like it's
young people. Aside from the boomers, young people are voting.
Yeah,
he needs to be catering his policies to what we want, and he's not doing that.
It's like he bullied Bernie out, but then just kept doing what he's like. He's not trying to get to the Bernie audience, and you're running out of time to do that.
And when he loses, because he will lose, that is
I'm getting that 2012 feeling all over again. It was one rally, I forgot when. Trump said something crazy, and I was just in the liquor store walking home from work, and we were all a group of people in the hood just watching the TV. And he said something crazy, and I was like, he's gonna win. And I just walked home and went the rest of my day, and he won later. Javante was like, bro, how did you know? It was like, it was something that happened. I forgot what it was. It was when he made it into the primaries. It was that night, we was like, all right, he's not about to make it. When he made it into the primaries, I was like, he won. Like, he's won. He's the victor.
Moderate Democrats are one of the biggest problems, one of the biggest issues for the left. And moderate Democrats are going to be the reason why the Democrats lose this election. They're gonna. Because nobody is enthusiastically voting for fucking Biden. I don't know a one. I don't.
It's kind of like last resort type. Like, nobody's whelmed to go to the polls this November. And sadly, that may keep a lot of people from going. And like you said,
but I'm not gonna be there. I'll put money
case
down
in
if
point.
Biden loses this shit.
I'm putting my money on it too, sadly.
He has legitimately revealed important tactical information. The day that he spent billions of dollars on missiles and weapons and shit, he tweeted, I just spent billions of dollars on weapons. It's like, bro, why would you tell them that? They didn't know. He didn't even know that. That's a secret.
Man,
don't tell anybody. Let's just
bro. It's like the access to information. People don't realize Twitter. It's weird because he's old. That's why he doesn't realize the impact this tech has on modern society. Like, having information of each individual as they tweet, post, whatever, that's scary. And with somebody in power like Trump, it's like, you have more power than you realize. And he still don't realize it.
But do I think Biden's better? No.
Biden ain't about to claim he got a bigger nuke button than Kim Jong-un.
That is absolutely true. He's made many allusions to the size of his dick versus missiles and stuff like that. The president has done some wild things. This is the spectacle. This is the politics of spectacle nowadays. It's fun.
I don't want to disagree. I hate...
Bro, I'm just along for the ride. If this bitch blows up, I'm being there like
it was a wild ride, bro.
Yeah, this is pretty fun.
Man.
This is the best timeline. Vote for the good rapist. Whichever one you think it is. Is the orange rapist the good one, or is the ghoulish white one the good one? We don't know.
This is intense, and that is pretty much where this election. Do you even think, before we go, we're going to wrap it up soon, do you think the election will still happen given all this corona shit? Because I don't know. Politics behind the scenes is going through a major change right now because the world is focused on the Rona. So come this November, some big things are happening. Do you think the election will be thrown off in any way?
I think the turnout will be significantly worse.
Significantly worse.
Significantly worse. It's not going to be a turnout. The only good thing to come out of this is that all the old people are going to go vote and they're going to fucking die.
You sound like a supervillain. And it's scary how right you are, dog, because they gonna go out there and vote, and them niggas gonna roll over. Whoa. With that, let me this has been episode 1 of the Rodcast, baby. We are back.
Season 2
Season 2 of the Rodcast.